recent interview with The Breakfast Club, Will was asked his thoughts on the close relationship between his wife, Jada Pinkett Smith, and Tupac Shakur. He was asked if he was ever jealous of their close bond. Jada and Tupac were friends since they were in high school. They remained close right up until his death. She has always maintained that their relationship was never physical, and that it was actually deeper than any physical relationship could ever be. Jada met Will in 1994 after she auditioned to play his girlfriend in The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. She didn't get the part because the producers thought she was too short. But she and Will stayed in touch and began dating in 1995 after Will separated from his first wife. They were engaged 2 months before Tupac's death and married in 1997 in an intimate ceremony. When asked if he was ever jealous of his wife's friendship with Tupac, Will didn't hesitate to admit that he was jealous at one point. Check this out.
None of your business.
No, I just wondered, were you ever jealous of the love Jada had for Tupac?
Oh, fuck yeah.
I know you gonna say no.
Oh my God, that dude. And that was in the early days.
Yeah,
that was in the early days, and it was like, that was a big regret for me too, because I could never open up to interact with Pac, and because we had a little bit of a thing, right? Because they grew up together, and they loved each other, but they never had that, they never had a sexual relationship, but they had come into that age where now that was a possibility, and then Jada was with me, so Pac had a little thing on that, but she just loved him like he was the image of perfection, but she was with the Fresh Prince,
Many wondered what Will thought about Jada and Tupac's relationship, as Jada has always spoken so highly of him and the bond they shared. Many found it hard to believe that they were never more than just friends, and some still do. In an interview with Howard Stern's radio show, Jada said, "If Pac and I had any kind of physical chemistry, we might have killed each other because we were both so passionate. And we loved deeply. It was hard enough with us just being friends. It was a volatile relationship." Will also maintained that the two never had a sexual relationship since they were friends from a young age. Speaking of the relationship, Will said, "I was the soft rapper from Philly, and he was Pac. I was deeply, deeply insecure, and I wasn't man enough to handle that relationship." Will spoke candidly about his feelings on Jada and Tupac and was refreshingly honest about his insecurities. He said he and Tupac had friction between them, to the point where they wouldn't speak when they were in the same room together. "That was in the early days," he said. "That was a big regret for me too, because I could never open up to interact with Pac." He also said Jada believed the two had a lot in common, more than they realised, and she believed they were in fact very similar. There has been a lot of speculation about Will and Jada's marriage over the years. They once declared that they preferred the term life partners and no longer referred to themselves as married. Speaking of their marriage, Will said, "We've been wildly tested. We have tested each other. We have tested our commitment to the partnership. We've tested our commitment to our family. There's a certain amount of, let's say, battery that you have to subject each other to in order to know that you're really down." In a current Lifetime series, Hopelessly in Love, a lot was revealed about the relationship between Tupac and Lisa Left Eye. They met at a club and instantly had an attraction towards each other. So intense was their relationship that it caused major tension between her and Andre Rison. Lisa adored Tupac. If Tupac was willing to go there, then Lisa would have definitely dated him. So when he got out of prison, it was a time that she could reflect on who she wanted to be with, Andre or Tupac. The two also developed a deep friendship that was not physical, something Lisa's fiancé at the time found hard to believe. Andre said, "I remember Lisa lied to me that night that Tupac had picked her up from my house, and I had heard rumours about her love for Pac. And Tupac is my friend. I'm just sitting there wondering if it were true. I was at the Grammys party and she wasn't there. Tion and Chili were there, but not her. She had left with Pac. Lisa's friend referred to the two as soulmates and said there was nothing more to their relationship than that. They had this strong connection. They completed each other's sentences and knew each other's thoughts. They were a strange love story because her and Pac never slept together and she and Andre were in a full-fledged relationship. Suge Knight even gave his 2 cents from prison, saying, Lisa ain't loved nobody like she loved Pac. But her and Pac never had sex. I mean, he would have told me, she would have told me. Lisa loved Andre, but it was like Tupac was her soulmate. After Tupac died, Lisa was said to be devastated and never the same again. In fact, she did a painting of Tupac, and on the back of it she wrote that they would be together again in 10 years. Andre had her heart, Tupac had her soul. Do you admire Will's honesty? How would you feel if your spouse had a close friendship with a member of the opposite sex? And what do you think about Tupac and Left Eye's relationship? Thanks for watching. Share your thoughts below. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. And don't forget to click the bell for more.